Yo, what's up, man? Reality Vibes Media, man. Back again with another one, man. And this is a real serious topic that I feel like it needs to be addressed and it needs to be discussed. So serious that I've been wanting to speak on this for like going on a week now, but I really want to make sure that I choose my words carefully and correctly. Part of me wanted to just crash out on the channel and really go crazy with my verbiage and not give a fuck about like the professional aspects about this page, man. Because long story short, like when I was healing, I took time out to grow my channel, and my channel has been growing. So I want to do my best to be as politically correct as possible for the like professionalism aspect of things, right? But I feel like, in a sense, I have no choice but to be blunt and straight to the point. I can't sugarcoat this. So with that being said, man, I see we already a minute into this, man, and y'all see the video title. So let's just get right into the topic of discussion, man. And like today, I'm going to react. I'm going to give my reaction to another content creator's reaction. Her name is by the name of Wang Zel. Let me see. Wang Zel Zelalem. I want to make sure that I say her name correctly. You understand? She's one of the hosts on the African Diaspora channel with the clown Phil that runs that channel. The xenophobic weirdo that pushes that FBA nonsense. But she, an African, is a co-host on that channel, so make it make sense. So that's another that's a top that's something within itself. But I'm going to talk about her reaction, her response, and her take on the matter, on the situation of this Russian man, knowing that he can basically this Russian man that traveled to different African countries and was running around basically harassing African women. I don't want to call them women, like African dogs. Whenever while I talk, when I say a dog, I'm talking about these so-called women. So basically, all this guy is doing is he's running around different places, different businesses, even in the hotel room, like wherever he sees any women in Africa, any African woman, right? He's just walking up to them. Hello, I'm Russian. I like you. Follow me. And guess what they do? And guess what? Guess what these queens, these African queens do? They go follow him to wherever he's staying and have sex with them, right? So you unprotected sex like that, and come to find out, people are saying that this man has HIV. So he's also spread HIV to. He's also possibly spread HIV to hundreds. Brothers, my brothers. He's possibly spread HIV to hundreds of African dogs in the same manner. He just randomly sees one, walks up to them, hey, I'm Russian. No, hello. Hey, I'm Russian. Follow me. Just like that, basically. Man can't even barely even speak English, man. But all he can say is he can clearly say, I'm Russian, follow me, right? And you follow a complete stranger to wherever and engage in unprotected sex, right? Because why do they do this, and why did they make this so easy? Why? Well, like me, myself, and the rest of and other black men that actually are aware of this, black women, your black queens, they worship your black queens, they worship. Key word, man. The key word here is worship. Your black queen worships white European men and sees them as God himself. So when you look at these videos, each and every one of these videos, look at these bitches' face, look at their eyes. It's like the eyes are like they're in the presence of God himself. So, you understand me? These bitches have such an inferiority complex that you're willing to let a strange Russian just walk up to you, tell you, follow me, and you follow him, and you go lay down and have unprotected sex with this stranger for nothing. No reason, nothing, no financial gain, nothing. Why? The only reason is because he is a so-called white man. How disgusting is that? How pathetic is that? Like I'm trying to understand like how these bitches, how these people want us to respect them when they engage in such activities, when they make sexual access to their bodies so easy. All this man had to say was, "I'm Russian. Follow me." I'm gonna keep repeating that, and I'm gonna keep placing emphasis on the fact that he was able to do this with hundreds of African dogs in the same day. Young women, old women, young, old, your aunties, your sister, your cousin, your niece. This man, I'm seeing that this man walked into a church and pulled the same stunt with the pastor's daughter in front of the pastor and walked out of the church, and she followed this motherfucker out of the church. And you want us to respect this? You want us to respect this? You black women are scum, and I am sorry who I offend. I am sorry for anybody that it feels offended by what I say. But if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it gotta be a duck. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand me? Like, if you're showing me that you're that, what other logical view should I have? Like, if your actions match what I say, how can anyone be offended? And if you are not one of these, if you are not like this, shout out to you. By all means, shout out to you. First of all, I forgot to like make the disclaimer. The disclaimer is I'm not talking about every single black female. I'm talking about a vast amount, enough so that I feel like a lot of us are willing to bet that, willing to say that this is a vast majority. This could be a majority of you. This one man did this with hundreds, was able to do this with hundreds of black dogs. If you forgot, a dog, when I say dog, dog is woman. So hundreds of black dogs, hundreds of African dogs went home with this Russian simply because he told them, "Hey, I like you, follow me." And they followed him to his residence and laid down and had unprotected sex with this stranger. Now, I want to address what's her name? Once again, Wangzel. Make sure I say her name correctly. Wangzel Zelalim. And I hope I can tag you in this, cause like we to the point now where it's like, nah, no more excuses. None. We're done with the excuses. Me personally, I'm done with the excuses. I feel like a lot of us are done with the excuses. And shout out everybody in the comment section of the videos of you making excuses. No, a lot of people, I would say like 90% of the comment section was holding these dogs and you accountable. Yeah, these dogs and you. those dogs accountable for being um white male worshiping whores, and you for making excuses and defending them. One, your main defense of these dogs, these African dogs, is poverty, 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 poverty. Um, I saw a few of the videos. I'm not gonna. I wasn't gonna let myself sit down and watch out a whole bunch of them because they're just disgusting to watch. So I did see a few, like I saw one when he was in the hotel that he was staying in. The receptionist, he kept harassing the receptionist, like stalking the receptionist, right? So until he went down and got the finally got the receptionist to follow him to his room to do what? Have sex with him, unprotected, right? Simply because he's a white man, right? Now, let me ask you, how many African men, how many random African men you think can do that? Just walk into the hotel, tell the receptionist, follow me to my room, and have sex with me. And you're not famous, you're not wealthy, you're not doing anything financially for them, you just happen to be white. If you saw the look on this dog's face while in the presence of this pervert, yeah, look, just like, man, that is disgusting, bro. It's disgusting to watch, man. And that's the look on the faces of the others as well. The other two, I saw two more videos. They all had that same look of praise and admiration, like you're standing in the presence of God Himself. But you want us to believe that this has to do with poverty. None of these women received any financial gain. None of these women were paid, except for maybe a $20 bill. If they ask, and mostly he himself said, none of them ask. They do not ask. You understand me? So now let's go. You say poverty. We had married women using their husbands' cars to go meet up with this man on the same day. You had women, this man approached women with children, and the women took their children home to go follow that man back to his residence on the same day. These people are girlfriends and wives. But you blame poverty. A lot of these people, if you have a car, they're saying if you have a car in Kenya or Ghana, you're doing very good for yourself. A lot of these women had big ass houses. He went to their residences and he was so shocked to see that their houses were so big. So I'm not understanding this. Others are not understanding this take about poverty. Poverty. What is poverty? I watch you do everything except condemn the actions of these dogs. And when I say dog, I mean these women. I have not seen you not once hold any of them accountable. I've seen you play the blame game. Every time, like you constantly talk about black men. What black men doing in Gambia? What does this have to do with what black men doing in Gambia? We're talking about this issue right here, this current issue. We're talking about this stinky, filthy, degenerate, bottom shelf Russian being able to just walk up to random African dogs and say, "Follow me," and go and have his way with them, bro, and have his happy way with them, to do whatever he wants to do with them. Can you imagine the great, disgusting shit? The things these men have, these dogs, these dogs, these animals do. If you really go down that rabbit hole, man, and then you gonna take yourself back to your husband like nothing happened. That's low down, dirty, disgusting behavior, and that's why I say, like, a lot of black women a lot of them are scum. You act like scum. You carry yourself like scum. These people enslaved and colonized and destroyed and oppressed us as a people. But yet you stand here and you worship the men. You worship the man responsible for the negative predicament of all people as a whole, as a collective. But this is to be looked at lightly. This is not, no, this is a serious problem. So I feel like I really want to stay away from this topic, but I gotta start like speaking on this more often, man. And once again, I apologize to anybody that I offend, anybody that finds this offensive. But the truth of the matter is, this one Russian said, I'm going to show the world how easy it is for me to go to Africa and fuck African women. I mean dogs. Without any effort. Just because he is white. Let me and then how you expect the so-called black and African man to feel about this, man? That's why you know what it is, bro. You know, that's why you do all this gaslighting. That's why y'all do all this gaslighting and victim and excuse making but black men too, but somebody else too. No, we talking about your nasty ass. We talking about your nasty, your nasty, foul, trifling ass, bro. That shit is trifling, bro. That is trifling. And the truth of the matter is, man, this incident is nothing new. This incident has been happening over and over again repeatedly. This incident, this same situation has happened multiple times in America. So what about all the people that don't get caught up in this? What about all the people, the motherfuckers that we don't know, that be running around doing just the same exact thing? Imagine hundreds, if not thousands of them running around Africa doing the same exact thing. Do the math. This was one man ended up doing this with hundreds of dogs, hundreds of African dogs. Shorty, Miss Zelalem, you, I highly disagree with your take on the matter. This entire situation had nothing to do with poverty. If anything, this situation was completely rooted in white male worship and seeing the white man as if he was a god or a deity. That's it. I ain't even had to take 17 minutes to say that. That is it. That is all, man. And it's time for it to be called out and addressed, because I'm tired of we as black men having to sit by on the sidelines and see this. Imagine what our ancestors had to go through on them ships and on them plantations and through colonization. Imagine what they had to witness and enjoy. And we in 2026 and we still have to go through this. No. I say no more excuses. I say no more forgiveness. Hey, I condemn every last one of them bitches. Every last one of them. And I hope they all suffer immensely. I hope they do. And I am to the point where, like, me, not just me. I'm sure not just me. I'm to the point where this type of action, this type of behavior needs to come with consequences. There needs to be consequences. They're lucky I'm not the president of these countries. I would line all of them up and publicly punish. I would lay down public punishment, bro. I gotta think about the kids, man. You got kids thinking this is okay. Nah. It's time we come up with consequence. There needs to be a consequence. And I will say, man, like, I've been hip to this for a long time, but for my brothers were just realizing this shit. Cope with it. Use the fact that you are not the only one noticing this and seeing this shit as a way to, like, okay, you're not by yourself in this. And I feel like as men, we have to put our thinking caps together and come up with solutions for shit like this, man. We gotta come up with solutions, man. And, like, we get also not just solutions, we gotta come up with consequences. Consequences. You understand me? There should be real consequences behind this. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, yo. And I feel like I did good with the video, man. Like, I didn't go too crazy with it, man. But I feel like this video wording I can lead this up, man. I was just worried about like going off the handle, man. Just like that's not even my full thoughts on the matter, man. To be honest with you, that's just what I feel. This is just what I feel like I can say. I'm not that good at being politically correct. I'm not that good at like saying things in a different way to get this say for like to mean something else that I'm talking about. You understand? But I'm getting there, man. I'm getting better at it, man. So let me know what y'all think in the comment sections, man. Like, do y'all agree with me? Do y'all feel like as far as like when it comes to black women, we have a race of women where an overwhelming amount of them are carrying themselves as scum, like straight up scum, man. And that's the nicest thing I could say. That's the nicest thing I could say, man. Because this is disgusting, man. But man, yo, man, that's all I'm gonna say on the matter, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, yo. Peace out, man. Hey, like I said, man, I'm gonna definitely be speaking on this topic more often, man. I won't even have to talk that much. I will just have to let the content run itself, man. Let their actions do the talking. And to my brothers, see what you see all of this. See what I just said. See this whole situation. See all of this and move accordingly. Change. You can't keep doing. We can't keep doing the same shit we've been doing, bro. We gotta change things up, man. For starters, all that praising and all that pedestalizing and queen this and queen that, man. Like y'all gotta stop with that, man. Even women, even real women agree with me, bro. Like, comment, and subscribe, yo.